Trisariasion utarigin after universiuas no dishaviret. It's just a bit champlicatieta esplain. Testarafaur universi begins in a different universi. Astar expladietere. It chriatiet ablachkole. Te explasionen spaci chriatiet arift spaci in taur universi. Tatisou aur universiuas chriatiet. Te explasion uas samassivitat, in addition tate chriatiet universi, teriu normaus differentias intimi between the two universies. What happens in theater universi naniaur orto, in our universies going millions of years. From the explosion of the star in theater universi, the rich parts of the star antiretun the black schole. The mass chame out of the tat universi. Justus the mass suddenly get out from our universi in an unknown space in the black hole. This is so the mass suddenly enters the our universi, from the other side of the black hole. The mass entering our universities in the form of stardust. Because of the differences intimi between universities, the mass touch is in the form of stardust. From the explosion in the other university, stardust flows into our university for millions of years. This is the timid case for the mass to enter our university. Where is the black hole? Where is the stardust? Oh, did the sun and the stars chriatiet? Stardust is surrounding the solar system. As a result of which on burnet, the rise as small sun chriatiet. This sun has been growing for millions of years. The black hole is linked to the sun, pouring stardust on the sun's surface. The sun surrounding its axis, and that solitary black spots on the sun's surface verity in a different place. The dust around the solar system is testimony from the time when the sun asleep, but not all the material asleep and unit to the sun. The forchitaccia usest elliptical movement of the planets around the sun is the power of the black hole. That is the power that chriatiestis as suns. The black hole serves as a pushing force. In the summer the black hole is being the sun, pushing the planets from the sun to the winter. Light is not choked in the black hole because it is in another universe. We can not see from our universe what happens in another universe. The black hole throws stardust strongly on the surface of the sun, and revolves the sun on its axis. Ever since the sun asleep, the dust of the stars had been thrown out on the surface of the sun, turning it around its axis. Just like in the speech story. That's why stars circulate around the axis. The sun grows because of the stardust mass is added to the sun. Global warming will not stop. Stardust saturated with energy flows to the sun all the time. When the black hole stops flowing stardust to the sun, the nuclear thermoreactor in the sun slows and stops activity. The sun chills and becomes a regular star. That is how the universe was created. That's how the sun's created. That's how all of the stars all over the universe are created. It's not the end, there is a little more. There is a close connection between the two universes, a black hole in the other universe, giving rise to a new sun in our universe. All the stars in our universe are created in this way. This fits with the Milky Way movement. But it is not clear whether the driving force in our universe or in the other universe. According to the presentation of the creation of the universe, we have a sterile universe, life should not have possibly been created in our universe. From where did life come to our universe? In describing the creation of the sun and the stars, it is about standing stars. All the planets in the solar system and all of the planets whose speed has been measured, all are moving at the same speed. From where is the kinetic movement of the planets? The only possibility that answers that questions is that the planets receive from a different universe by a black hole, full ampersand without any time difference between the universes. This is the choice of constant speed of the planets. This is also the only possibility that life will come to our universe. This argument leads to evidence of the existence of another universe, 3rd. It is not possible that the universe will have two entrances to our universe when any time differences, and the other don't have. Therefore there is evidence of the existence of other two universes. Arta wird from a different universiam person braucht life from territory universi. Must be life in our universi, they must chami from theater universi as well. It is also possible that we have chamont to Manchester. In another universi. Astar explodet. Облачколю асчриатет. Te explasion chriatiet aur universi. Teriari normaustimi differentias between the universies. Bichausef timi differentias between the universies, tema centers aur universis stardust. Asa resulta friction, te material lid, asuniu aschriatiet. Stardust tat flows into the sun chriaties black spots. The power of the black collichausies elliptical motion of the planets around the sun. It chriaties tisia sons. The sun turns around its axis because of the force of the black hole what throws stardust across the sun. This is also the reason the planets revolve around their axis. Global warming will not stop. Stardust saturated with energy flows to the sun all the time. When the stardust will stops flowing, the sun gets chills and becomes a regular star. That is how the universe was created. That's how the sun's created. That's how all of the stars all over the universe were created. Eridoni, thanks for watching. Appear